And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition here of the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, TTT, our bi-weekly, our fortnightly dose of all things Turtle Tussle. Hello, welcome. Bienvenidos, papi, bienvenidos. Great to be here. Great to be back once again with the very first Cranky Ducklings tournament on the new season of the ladder, on the new season of the map pool. For those who are unaware, the map pool went live yesterday. It actually went live midstream. We were we were doing a bit of a cheeky ladder session, and halfway through, if you recall, we actually. So we have our lobby, but halfway through, I was trying to queue up, and there was errors popping up. I was like, well, what's going on? I had to restart, and then suddenly, bam! Fresh map pool here. So shout out to WAG, shout out to the Team Liquid Map Contest for producing the new fully fresh map pool of 9 fresh maps from the TLMC 21, and we're going to be featuring those maps here before you, here and now, as we are loading into game 1. Game 1 is going to be on Tourmaline as we load into the round of 16. Let's go. Let us go. Cheeky, God. But yes, we have a new ladder map pool, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the red Zerg player. We have the Finnish Zerg. It is Mixu. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player, the blue Zerg player himself. It is RaGnaR. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is a Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Here we go. When it comes to the new map pool, it's an interesting one. It was constructed via, of course, the community voting, player voting, and also tournament organization voting as well. It did come together as a new map pool, and it's going to be an interesting one here. Definitely have my thoughts on it, and it's a little bit more applicable to some of the other matchups that I'm a little bit concerned by. There are certain matchups that I'm going to be a little bit concerned by, but we'll get into that. For now, ZvZ was settling in a hatch gas pool. Standard openers from both players so far. Oh wait, sorry, my apologies. Early gas. We have an earlier gas geyser here out of RaGnaR. Interesting. So early gas means early link speed, potentially even early banelings as well, or an early roach warren, but early aggression is on the horizon here for RaGnaR. Does have my attention. Was a standard opener out of Mixu. Welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline, I would say, is one of the more active and aggressive maps of the map pool, specifically referring to the natural and third base. As you can see here, the attack path from natural to natural is very direct. It is very, very direct here. It goes from one side to the other. It's relatively short, and as a result, pushes and all-ins, they look quite terrifying here on Tourmaline. We've seen many a player attempt and struggle to defend against all-ins. I'm thinking in recent times, Clem versus Cyril. Clem versus Cyril was on Tourmaline, and Clem was able to break Cyril here at his third base location. If you recall, that was not too long ago during the Crank Gathers tournament. Likewise, I'm thinking of other games with Bjorn. I think of games with Protoss, with Max Packs. So again, we've seen many an attempted and struggled defense here back at home, but in ZvZ it's kind of less applicable. So in a lot of mirror matchups, some of these factors are a little bit less applicable. We'll see how aggressive we plan on being as we do drone up and saturate. Coming into this, Mixu is going to be the favorite player here. Exclamation mark B in the chat, of course. Have a look at the rest of the back of yourselves. A big shout out to Mark BT for sponsoring the event, for funding the event, and a very passionate fan of StarCraft, of course, very, very passionate, as this is a tournament that's a little bit more in line with the America's time zone, more so than the European time zone. I do see some European fans in the chat, and yes, it is very late in Europe. This is designed to be a little bit more favored towards the Americas region, similar to Pig Cup. So far we have RaGnaR does come out on top here in the initial skirmish. Let's go. Link speed is on the way, Baneliness is on the way as well, and RaGnaR, he should be link flooding from here just because his tech and his upgrades are so fast, specifically his Baneliness as well. Ideally, you'd already have some Banelings across the map to morph into some Lings across the map to morph into Banelings. RaGnaR supply blocks. Ooh, that is a brutal supply block there for RaGnaR. That will slow him down, and we are waiting for the Lings. Baneliness is done. Here comes Mixu's Link Flood, and here come the Banelings, but where's the production here? Oh, RaGnaR is droning. He's droning up in the middle of this. Mixu, he's moving in. He will deny to all the Banelings already, and RaGnaR's in trouble. He has 2 Banelings on the way. They're morphing in. They do finish. Banelings, they do complete. So far baiting out one. There's one. No, there's one baiting left. Yeah, only one left, and it looks like it does get baited out. And with that, Mixu's done it. With that, Mixu here has broken the natural. No bailings remaining here for RaGnaR. One bailing connects. Boys are Slings, they flood into the remaining bailing. With reinforcements, RaGnaR is barely holding on. At the same time, Mixu, he's taking up behind this. We have the Roach Horn on the way, Eva Chamber +1 range. Likewise, Mixu does have a better economy as well, so he has better economy, more income, and likewise is going to try to camp the production here of RaGnaR. So far, he doesn't break the natural, but we do need some defensive bailings. He just one bailing so far. Oh no! Okay. Just one bailing so far. Will lose it though. Yeah, will lose the bailing. Baits out the other. So a bit of a back and forth where the third base is going down. And Mixu, oh no! Okay, Mixu, one bailing will be denied. There's still one bailing left. Will complete. Massive connection. Yeah, massive connection here on RaGnaR. And RaGnaR, he is struggling to hold on. Behind this, Mixu is droning. Mixu is droning up. He's getting gas geysers. He's taking up into roach play. Mixu is already transitioning. He's getting Adeling Bane, and he has broken the natural base, killing every single drone here. Again, it was a more aggressive opener out of RaGnaR, but didn't actually make use of that aggressive nature here. Oof. Didn't make use of it in the end. He wasn't able to make use of his earlier nest, his earlier gases. Oh no! And with that, that's the final army here for RaGnaR. GG gets called, and Mixu will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Will take a lead in the series. Also, a big shout out to Dubu in the chat. Dubu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to Twitch Prime for 3 months. Thank you. We appreciate the support, and also we appreciate you for stepping in, for taking time out of your day to help admin the event as well. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Senor admin. As we are now getting into game 2, Mixu does take a lead in the series. As I mentioned before, the new maps didn't really apply as much here to mirror matchups, unfortunately. Up next, we're loading into 10,000 feet, another aggressive map in the map pool. Let's go. Another aggressive map. Sir, as we're in an awkward moment where both players made the map, both players made the lobby, both players agreed to join each other's lobby, and then there was no lobby. God. So they both got out of their own. God damn it. But here we go. Now we're loading into game number 2 here. 10,000 feet, another aggressive map in the map pool. We do expect to see more aggression, more link floods, more we're expecting our players to be once again in each other's faces, and we'll see if that trend continues here coming into the second game. How do you feel the maps of Zerg, honest opinion? I mean, we spoke about this yesterday when we were streaming. I do think that, if you recall, I spoke about this when we were judging the maps as well. If you don't know, I was one of the judges for TLMC 21, and I was shocked to see some of the maps make it through. I do think that when it comes to the map pool, there is too many large maps. There are too many large maps. There's, I want to say 6, right? There's 6 really large maps, and 2 of them, it's very, very difficult to actually defend a 4th and 5th base. Yeah, it's a little bit too extreme in my opinion when it comes to just how many large maps there are. That is going to negatively impact, specifically, I think that Terran's going to have a harder time. I think the Protoss are going to be very happy. I think overall, and of course this is also based off of the games that we've casted so far, all the TLMC map tournaments that we've had and hosted. I think Protoss is going to have a really, really comfortable time. One, there's a lot of really good defensive maps to turtle up against Zerg, and I think there's a lot of really good maps where they can gain map control and contain the Terran player as well on a low base count. So I do think they're going to have a really hard, really easy time, or easier time. I think that Terran and Zerg are going to be struggling a little bit more. I mean, we can get into more specifics once we get into the maps themselves. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have our Australian Zerg player. The Australian Zerg, we have the blue Zerg down in the series. I will see if he can bounce back. It is RaGnaR. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Zerg player, himself. From land of Finland, it is Mixu. Here we go. But yeah, I think I checked, and I think like 6 of the 9 maps I would say are like massive and huge compared to the 3 that we had previously. And yeah, it's it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But again, we kind of spoke about it like what 1-2 months ago when we initially went through the maps, when we went through our judging process, if you recall. Like, we already knew this ahead of time. When the initial voting was revealed, referring to the top 16, that specifically, during the Punch cast. For now, though, it is going to be Hatchcast Pool. I'm assuming, sorry, standard open out of Mixu. Once again, we have a very early Baneless out of RaGnaR. Now, similar to last game, my assumption here is that RaGnaR is going to be hyper aggressive and is going to Link Flood and go for a Baneling aggression across the map. But we didn't really get there last game here, so I'm a little bit shocked by that. Also, really late Link Speed out of RaGnaR. I believe he actually spent his first 50 gas on the Baneliness, not on Link Speed. So this is a very shaky and very messy build here out of our Zerg. And yeah, I don't really see this kind of panning out here. Just the Link Speed timing is huge, is what I'm mainly concerned by. Like Mixu, he has much faster Link Speed. He can try to punish these Links much easier as well. We have 18 Links on the way. Mixu, he does have a higher drone count as well. Sure, there are Banelings, but Mixu can bully this ahead of time. Oh, we're just passing by each other. Oh. Okay, never mind. We are keeping up. Here come the Banelings. Mixu's got his own on the way. Things engage. Oh. So he pulls back. And you can see here he can just kite back, kite in. Just dance around the Lings of RaGnaR. Baneling's rolling forward. He trades out. Oh, gosh. No. There's one Baneling left. One Baneling, Pappy. Oh, at the same time, 2 Banelings, they got into the Bane. No, they got into the Bane base. There's barely an economy left for RaGnaR. Does try to rush past. And Mixu will clean this up. Yeah, he'll be able to clean this up. There's barely an economy left here for RaGnaR. Again, it was a unique build for RaGnaR. It was unique, I'll say that at least. But there were kind of like some glaring flaws there, unfortunately. Like worse economy, later timings, later upgrades. And with that Mixu, he should be able to just race across the map. Back at him, there are 6 Banelings on the way, so this will give RaGnaR a bit of time. Now, if RaGnaR can land some juicy connections, then he can try to recover and bounce back and drone. But he needs some good connections here. Not like this. We'll lose 2 more Banelings, 3 more Banelings, there's 2 Banelings left. Not like this, Pappy. Oh, God. And with that, 0 Banelings remaining. Mixu, he does get some massive connections. GG gets called, and Mixu, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Mixu. Shout out to RaGnaR for taking part, for competing, for trying to hold his own here against Mixu. Again, a lot of hyper aggression, a lot of Link Bane early on. I will say that the openers of RaGnaR didn't really help him in both game 1 and game 2. I would say that they did set him behind against Mixu, unfortunately, and did have a shaky early game as a result. And we saw that Mixu was able to punish that, able to take advantage of that as well. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Mixu, and with that, we're going to be following Mixu into the next series. Exclamation mark B in the chat to have a look back yourselves. There's a reason why we dove on this series initially, because of what it leads into. Here we go. Oh my god, we already have our updates. RaGnaR, it's RaGnaR takes on Probe 2-0 up against Solar in the next round. We have Nickrat versus Hatsu up against Young Yakov in the next round. We have Vindicta versus Triple leading into Percival. Fun fact, I was going to jump into Miguelito, into Vindicta versus Triple, but they were late. Triple was missing in action, and it took a longer time for Triple to arrive. Triple actually arrived by the time we were in game 2 of our first series, so it didn't really line up. I was hoping to get into Miguelito, but again, his opponent was late. His opponent was late. They're currently facing off. They're currently mid-series, and Mixu does take down RaGnaR at the bottom of the bracket up against Shameless in the next round. GG.